Good evening. Welcome to EmoNews Nightly Package for November 12, 2025. I am your presenter, Anna Benjamin. In the headlines this evening, Environment Minister boasts government investments in solid waste corporation, says citizens need to be educated on their responsibilities. Testimonial Preschool visits EmoNews studio as part of Early Childhood Development Month. Rotary Club celebrates 51 years of service. Indigenous activists storm COP30 climate summit in Brazil demanding action. And nationwide blackout paralyze Dominican Republic. These stories and more straight ahead. First up in local news, Cuban ambassador conveys independence greetings to Dominica's president. Cuban ambassador Miguel Fraga met with President Silvani Burton on Tuesday to deliver greetings from President Miguel Diaz-Canel Bermudez on the occasion of Dominica's 47th independence anniversary. During the meeting, both leaders reaffirmed the strong friendship and cooperation between Cuba and Dominica, particularly in healthcare and human resource development. President Burton thanked Cuba for its continued partnership and inquired about conditions in Cuba following Hurricane Melissa. Ambassador Fraga reported no loss of life, though the storm caused material damage. Fraga also expressed Cuba's gratitude for Burton's recent remarks at the UN General Assembly, where she called for an end to the U.S. economic blockade against Cuba. The meeting concluded in a spirit of mutual respect and solidarity, underscoring both nations' commitments to strengthening their long-standing ties. Bruno Jean-Baptiste is the proud owner of a Toyota Noah bus. Jean-Baptiste won the bus in a fundraising raffle organized by the United Workers' Party. At the handing over ceremony, party leader Dr. Thompson Fontaine expressed thanks to all involved.
Of course, to those of you who supported the United Workers' Party in its fundraising efforts, we send a sincere thank you to you over the past 4 years. You've been extremely supportive of our efforts. And as we go into the future, we will again be calling upon you, and we thank you already for that support that you'll give to us going forward. So again, it's a wonderful day. I'm very happy for the winners, and I'm very happy for the fact that it was a successful raffle that met its aims and its goals. And so we just want to give thanks for that, and thank again to all of you for being a part of our efforts here at the United Workers' Party. Thanks, everybody.
Meanwhile, Jean-Baptiste expressed his exuberance after receiving the keys to his new minibus.
Je suis content même souhaiter tout le monde une prochaine griffe encore pour tout le monde jouer. Je dis à ces jours pas moi. Demain si c'est pas un l'autre. Nous allons tout le monde participer. Même si nous aimons pour tout le monde supporter parti. Peut-être qu'il a fait un bon travail. Merci.
Okay, indeed, what is he saying there is that he's excited that he won the vehicle and he wants everybody to participate. Even next year when we start the other raffle, everybody should participate because you never know, you got to be in it to win it. And you could see the excitement on his face. I'm excited for him too.
The second place winner in the raffle was Marceline Auguste, who won a smart TV, while Rebecca Gist was the third place winner of a tablet. This is the fourth raffle organized by the United Workers' Party as part of its fundraising efforts. Congratulations to all. November is Early Childhood Development Month, traditionally known as Preschool Month, where preschoolers go all over Dominica visiting various places. The testimonial preschool in Paybush visited EmoNews studio as part of the month's activities. The youngsters were excited to see how the news package is produced. They were told of Emmeline Ansem, her story, and how she developed her business, EmoNews. They were encouraged to believe in their dreams. Teacher in charge of the testimonial preschool, Mrs. Lavette Joseph, spoke of the reason for the visit.
Okay, so this is Mrs. Joseph here from the Testimonial Preschool, and we are visiting EmoNews studio today to highlight businesses in our communities. And so one of the businesses we have chosen is Emo Studio, where we want the children to learn more about journalism, things that people can do, where you can grow up to become a news reporter, anchor, different things. It just to really boost their confidence, because as our team declares that we empowering children to be brave, confident, and learn through play. So we want them to do whatever they do in life, to be brave, to be confident. As you deal with people, as you speak to people, they can learn to look people in their face and be bold, be brave, you know? And so we are happy to be here today at Emma's studio.
Dominica's overall theme for Early Childhood Development Month is celebrating early childhood development for progress and with purpose. In more local news, 4 new garbage trucks were officially handed over to the Dominica Solid Waste Management Corporation on Wednesday at an official ceremony at the forecourt of the Windsor Park Stadium. Florian Mitchell called on stakeholders to take up their responsibility in waste management.
I mean, the government is clearly demonstrating by what we can see in the background. It's clear role in managing waste. But from the commercial and residential, we have our role to play. So to the commercial entity, I would call on you to ensure that you take ownership of the waste that is generated at your facility, that you utilize an approved hauler to haul your waste from your establishment to the landfill, and refrain from using unauthorized personnel or vagrants, especially in the context of the Roseau City Center, and put it all over the road and expect somebody to collect it at any time. These are all critical pillars that we as citizens could play to ensure the overall cleanliness of our community. And I think by adhering to those basic principles, the issue or the inherent challenges that we see from time to time, we drive along our roadways, we see waste out in particular area due to illegal dumping. I think we can resolve those issues by following those basic concepts.
The solid waste manager says citizens will see a great improvement in waste collection. He also made an urgent plea to the drivers of the trucks to care for them so that they last.
So you will see a great improvement, not today, because we have a few backlogs, so it will take us a couple of days over the weekend to ensure that the waste is collected. And to my crew, I always call my drivers and my footmen as the soldiers. But you too have a responsibility. I always say to my guys, when we give you a truck, treat it like it's your own personal car that you have, that you take you to work and for your family. Ensure that you do your daily checks, ensure that you do your preventative maintenance, ensure that the scheduling that is put in place for the trucks, that it is done, so we could have those assets that is given to our care for many, many years to come.
Meanwhile, Minister for the Environment, Honorable Kozia Frederick, says that the handover represents a shared duty of citizens to care for the environment to sustain life.
So this morning, really, we do not come here just to hand over keys. It's a bigger thing than just handing over keys to a vehicle. It's affirming a shared duty that we have as citizens of a country to keep it clean and green. And in so doing, we really sustain the life for ourselves. The soil beneath our feet, the rivers that flows down to the ocean, and the land itself that give us birth and give us the nourishment that we need. So in this year's budget, we spoke very candidly about solid waste management. And in that conversation, and if you recall the presentation of Dr. McIntyre, Minister of Finance, he spoke to providing necessary resources for the corporation. And the resources go beyond money or finance or larger shares. It speaks to a commitment of the government to continue to move the mandate of the corporation forward.
The minister stressed that his government is making immense investments into the Solid Waste Management Corporation. He also stressed that citizens need to be educated on their responsibilities.
And so we are making investments. Investments in the landfill as we speak. We'll be setting up a proper shared area for recycling. We are bringing in new trucks. We are engaging the communities in their own development of the recycling initiatives. We have been working with schools for a number of months now. And we have seen a little shift in consciousness. And that's very important for us. And we are moving ahead also to look at the public campaign and the public engagement. Because we realize that at the corporation and even at the ministry in general, that some of the things that people should know or ought to know as citizens, they seem to be unaware. And we want to challenge ourselves to continue to engage folks to ensure that they know their responsibilities as a citizen.
According to manager of the Solid Waste Corporation, Florian Mitchell, the trucks will be distributed as follows. One will be for the north, one for the north-northeast, one for the south-southeast, and the other for the central parts of the island. The Rotary Club of Dominica is celebrating 51 years of service above self. Members, past presidents, and special guests gathered at the Old Stone Restaurant in Roseau on Wednesday to mark the milestone and reflect on more than 5 decades of community service. Founded in 1974, the club has supported initiatives in education, health, youth development, and disaster recovery, including major efforts after Tropical Storm Erica and Hurricane Maria. In her address, President Dr. Germaine Joel Jean-Pierre praised the members for their dedication, saying the celebration honors both the club's history and its continued commitment to building a better Dominica. As the Rotary Club enters its 52nd year, it remains focused on youth empowerment, environmental sustainability, and digital literacy, staying true to its mission of doing good in the world. And finally, in local news, the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries, Blue and Green Economy announced that citrus plants are now on sale at the 1 Mile Agricultural Station in Portsmouth for $10 EC each. The program aims to assist commercial citrus farmers in expanding production. Available varieties include limes, grapefruits, oranges, lemons, and tangerines. Farmers must first have their fields approved by an area extension officer before purchase. This initiative is part of the government's ongoing investment in strengthening Dominica's agricultural sector and boosting national production. For more information, you may contact the Division of Agriculture at 266-3807 or 266-3994. That's it for local news. We'll be right back with regional news.
We're at the different phases in life. We move at a different pace. All we need is to be supported. Cause when the baby's coming, business needs revamping, the new job's starting, and you need an outfit. Let momentum hook you up. Momentum will hook you up. The wedding's planning, rent due dates coming. Momentum is your support financing. Let momentum hook you up. Momentum will hook you up.
First up in regional news, Republic Financial Holdings Limited, RFHL, has reported record end-of-year profits of $329 million, a 10% increase over last year. Chairman Vincent Pereira credits the strong results to steady loan growth, sound risk management, and improved efficiency. Shareholders will receive a final dividend of 58 cents per share, bringing the total payout for the year to 90 cents, up from 85 cents in 2024. Pereira says RHFL remains financially strong across its 16 markets and continues to invest in digital transformation, sustainability, and community development. Looking ahead, he expressed confidence in the group's ability to navigate global challenges and deliver continued growth. And in the Dominican Republic, a rare nationwide power outrage plunged the Dominican Republic into darkness on Tuesday, disrupting transportation, business, and daily life for nearly 11 million people. Officials blamed the failure in the national transmission system, which caused multiple power plants, including those in San Pedro, the Macorís, and Quisequia, to shut down in a cascading grid collapse. By Tuesday night, only about 15% of electricity had been restored, according to Energy Minister Joel Santos, who said hospitals and transport systems were being prioritized. Authorities are still investigating the cause, calling the electrical network complex. The blackout halted Santo Domingo's metro and cable car systems, forcing passengers to walk through tunnels, while homes and small businesses went dark. Hospitals and banks switched to generators, but traffic and commerce ground to a halt. The country's power grid relies heavily on oil, coal, and natural gas, with limited renewable energy sources, according to the International Energy Agency. And that's all for regional news. Stay tuned. After the short message, we will have your international stories. And we begin international news with news from the UN. Hundreds of indigenous activists marched and later breached security at the UN Climate Change Conference, COP30, in Belém, Brazil, demanding stronger protection for their lands and greater inclusion in climate talks. Protesters denounced agribusiness, oil exploration, and illegal mining in the Amazon, with Tupinambá leader Gilma saying, "We can't eat money." The UN confirmed minor injuries to 2 security staff after demonstrators pushed through barriers at the main entrance. The protests underscored tensions between indigenous communities and President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva's government, which has pledged to make indigenous voices central to COP30 negotiations, even as industrial expansion continues in the Amazon. A joint statement from indigenous groups urged protection of vital territories. Activist Leo Suda, who led a 3,000 kilometers Yakumama River flotilla to the summit, accused governments of exploiting resources without securing indigenous rights. The demonstration came days after Brazil's state oil company Petrobras received approval to explore for oil near the Amazon River's mouth, intensifying criticism of the country's environmental policies. In more news, a newly opened bridge in southwest China collapsed on Tuesday, sending slabs of concrete and plumes of dust into the mountainside and water below. No casualties were reported. Videos of the collapse of part of Hongqi Bridge in the mountainous Sichuan province were shared widely on Chinese social media. Authorities had closed the 758-meter-long bridge on Monday after cracks appeared on nearby roads. A landslide on Tuesday caused part of the bridge to collapse completely. The bridge was part of a national highway linking Sichuan and Tibet, which runs through a seismically active part of China. The highway runs through the area that was devastated by the 2008 Sichuan earthquake, which killed nearly 70,000 people. Construction of the Hongqi Bridge was finished earlier this year, according to a social media post by the contractors of the Sichuan Road and Bridge Group. And British engineer Navjot Soni has invested a hand-cranked, flat-pack washing machine designed for people without reliable access to electricity or running water. Inspired by a neighbor named Divya in Tamil Nadu, India, who spent hours washing clothes by hand, Soni founded the washing machine project in 2018 after promising to create a solution for her. His design, partly inspired by a salad spinner, uses minimal water and no electricity and can be easily transported or disassembled. Chief Engineer Laura Tucker says the machines are built from thin steel sheets to ensure sustainability and reduce waste. According to the World Health Organization, WHO, about 60% of the world's population still hand-wash clothes, limiting time for work, education, and family. The Divya washing machine is already helping refugees and low-income families, giving them more time and dignity. As one recipient shared, "I spend my free time now with my children. Spending such time gives me happiness." That's all for international news. We'll be right back with the sports package.
Double the draws, double the chances, double the excitement. Match 5, your local jackpot game.
And we begin sports news with basketball news. In the Dominica Amateur Basketball Association Division 1 Finals, where the best-of-5 series got underway on Saturday, November 8th, in Game 1, the BAA Sharks drew first blood, edging out the Pebush Eagles in a hard-fought battle, the final score being Sharks 70 and Eagles 66. Leading the way for the Sharks was Christian Scotland and Jamal Peltier, who both poured in 19 points, while Jaden Scotland added a crucial 16 points to secure the win. For the Eagles, Lennon Paul was in top form with 26 points, supported by Silan Paul and Shama Felicite, who each chipped in 13 points. With that victory, the BAA Sharks take a 1-0 lead in the series, setting the tone early in what promises to be an exciting finals showdown. And Dominica has secured bronze, third place, in the men's team events at the 2025 ANOSES OECS Table Tennis Championship in Grenada. The competition, which features 8 member countries, is the biggest in the Caribbean. Edgar Berridge and Malkija Auguste have advanced to the second round of the men's open singles event. Jem Elwa and Sandra Joseph advanced to the second round of the women's open singles event. We'll bring you more updates in tomorrow's newscast. That's it for the sports package. After this short break, you will hear the weather report from the Dominica Meteorological Service.
There we go now.
Good day to you. This is the weather broadcast from the Met Studio at Jimmy for today, November 12, 2025. We're starting off today with our satellite imagery, and across Dominica and the Lesser Antilles today, a high-pressure system is the dominant feature. The high-pressure system is transporting some low-level moisture across the area, resulting in partly cloudy to cloudy skies across most of the islands. In the tropical Atlantic, there are no tropical waves or systems being monitored presently for tropical cyclone development. We are seeing frontal systems moving off the North American continent, which is a really good indicator of the transition of the atmosphere from summer to winter months. However, we will continue to monitor the Atlantic until the end of November in terms of tropical cyclone development. Zooming in a little closer to home, we are seeing those low-level clouds moving across Dominica, resulting in partly cloudy to cloudy skies with more cloudiness over the central and eastern parts of the island, the western coast and western community receiving quite a bit of sunshine throughout the morning. And as we move on to our radar imagery, it indicated just a few showers across the area over open water and some spotty shower activity, very brief, occurring over the island during the course of the morning. These conditions are expected to continue throughout the afternoon and into the overnight period, resulting in partly cloudy to cloudy skies with a few showers. Temperatures are expected to be down to about 23 degrees Celsius in coastal communities and 21 degrees Celsius in the interior. And over the next 3 days, tomorrow Thursday, we do expect a little bit of moisture tomorrow morning, resulting in possibly mostly cloudy skies in some areas with scattered showers, expected to be drier by afternoon. Friday into Saturday, partly cloudy to occasionally cloudy skies are also expected with a few showers. Temperature is expected to peak over the next 3 days, just about 32 degrees Celsius and down to about 23 degrees Celsius at night. A gradual reduction in wind speeds are expected from tomorrow Thursday and into the weekend as a low-level trough moves into the area from Thursday night. In the marine environment, today our seas on the east coast are about 7 feet and we do expect this to continue into Thursday. By Friday, we anticipate some westerly ground swells to begin affecting the western coastline, and we will be issuing a yellow threat for Friday as a result of the increase in ground swells. Seas expected to be just about 5 feet on the eastern coast. On Friday, these swells are expected to begin affecting the eastern coastline as well, so we are maintaining that yellow alert into Saturday. So small craft operators and sea bathers to be on the alert for the change in sea conditions and do exercise caution during the event. The sun will rise tomorrow at 6:07 a.m. and will set at 5:33 p.m. The first high tide tomorrow will be at 11:03 a.m. and the first low tide at 4:37 a.m. Remember, for updated information, you can join us in our WhatsApp channel. You can gain access by scanning this QR code, or visit our Facebook or Instagram platforms at Dominica Met, or even our website at weather.gov.dm. Thank you for joining us today to continue to stay informed. Until next time.
This has been EmoNews Nightly Package for November 12, 2025. I am your presenter, Soana Benjamin. Do have a lovely evening, and we will leave you with a special presentation from the Testimonial Preschool.
Go!